Well, good morning. Today is more about landscaping or manual labor. I'm not even sure, but I'm gonna try to install these paved stones and make them nice and level so the raised beds will have something nice to stand on. This is getting complex with, doing crazy math and everything, but hopefully I'm up to the challenge. So wish me luck, and we'll see how this goes. Well, that was exceptionally tedious, but now that I've got the outside line done for some of the other pavers, this should go faster. Dealing with this slope is going to be an issue though, so yeah, but I have an idea on what to do with that. Well, just got back from a lunch break, but we are about halfway done. So I'll show you some progress. Again, we got half of the beds all set up and installed, and the first of the 4 arches in place. Plus I have 3 of the 4 run lines set up to go. So the paver installation will go quicker at this point. And but I gotta tell you, those arches are not fun. But my neighbor Sophie, she said she'd come over and help me put the rest of the arches together, so that will help out. But anyways, enough yapping, let me get this done. And as you can see, the sun has finally come out, so it was actually really nice to have some overcast this morning when I was doing this work. But all right, I'm just stalling now. Back to work. Just one more arch to go and this project will be done. Okay, well, we still got to fill up the beds and run drip and all that, but you know what I mean. All right, gonna get this one done. So I got done with all the arches about an hour ago, but unfortunately, this last one that I put in, I think the problem was the top didn't curve enough, and so it bent both sides when I put it in the thing. So I am trying my best to straighten it out using the cargo straps. So we'll see, I'll leave it overnight. We'll see if it straightened out in the morning. Fingers crossed. All right, so here is the big reveal as we go along Hasta Vista and Macrophylla Boulevard. Should come around to the side. Ooh, need to check the water on that. That ficus is not doing good. Boom! You have the raised beds. You got Honeysuckle Patio here on the right, and then as you can see, yeah. So there's the 8 total beds in the middle, and then there's the 2 bonus ones on the side. Still need to get some more pavers to set up the ones on the side exactly. And then I'm going to redo all the fuchsias. So there will be 6 fuchsias that will hang over the bed. So I'm just gonna let the drip from the fuchsias water whatever I put over there on the side. And then these fuchsias up here will move over to become part of that. But, oh my goodness, after all this time, just to see that look so cool. You know, at first I thought about putting a fountain there in the middle, but I needed a spot for my strawberry tower, and that just works. So the drip line is down below, ready to get hooked up. But before I can plant anything, I'm gonna get another coat of stain and water sealant on there. I put a clear coat on back in August, September, when I first put the beds together. But even with that, everything's really fading. So I think I'm just gonna use a cedar stain, which is what I put on those trellises that I attached to the pergola over there. Because this is actual cedar wood. So that should bring back the color a little bit. So need to do that. Hopefully I'll get that done real soon so I can actually fill these beds up with this garden soil that's been waiting, and get some beautiful things in there, and I can start growing my tomatoes. And I've got, oh my gosh, I have all these cut flowers I'm gonna grow, and get some bell peppers and some onions and cilantro. Obviously with 40 avocado trees, you want to grow all your own ingredients for guacamole. So anyways, this was a crazy amount of work last night. And then this last arch, it bent itself because the top wasn't arched enough, and so I had to use some cargo straps to help bend it back in shape. But oh wow, you know, it turned out looking just as good or maybe even better than I imagined. And so super happy with how all of that turned out. Obviously I will give you updates as it gets further along, but this side of the house is really coming together. Okay, so this segment is going to be the final segment for the massive project of putting together the elevated raised beds. So over here on this side, just today or yesterday, we had to get the gate replaced, and we got it replaced. So we just got it painted yesterday. So that all looks a lot nicer. As you come into the this area, the first thing you should notice is my the honeysuckle patio and pergola. So I poured this big concrete slab here. This was just dirt before, and there was no gravel. The gravel and all the pavers are all new, my idea. And at any rate, so the pergola was here, but I painted the 4 trellises white and attached them to the posts of the pergola. And then I got 4 different containers, and there are different honeysuckle in each one. And I ran a drip line along the edge of the sidewalk there, or patio. And so each of those are on drip. Up here you have a Kinsley's Ghost honeysuckle, and since it doesn't really smell, I threw in a Sweet Summer Love that thought died, and it decided to make a comeback. So he's going to grow up within the Kinsley's Ghost, so you'll get the beautiful silver color of Kinsley's Ghost and the smell and pops of purple with Sweet Summer Love. Over here, this one is called Harlequin. Just an absolutely beautiful honeysuckle with the variegated leaves and the pink blooms, and it smells wonderful as well. Here you have a Sensation honeysuckle, which just smells amazing and is a proven winner's very good grower, and that's a lot of work to get it to to climb perfectly like that. And then finally, this is another honeysuckle that I found and ordered. It's called Peaches and Cream. It appears to sort of just be waking up, but be great to see it when it gets going. It's also supposed to smell good. Last night, very late or early this morning, depending on your perspective, I finally finished Fuschia Falls. So I took the 4 fuchsias that were in hay racks on the edge of the fence there, cleaned them all up, and then mixed them with other ones that were in hanging baskets. So we have 6 fuchsias that are hanging, and then my favorite, the giant peaches. There was 2 of those. I put those in this square container and put it on top of the standalone water fountain. And so this is my Fuschia Falls area. And then this raised bed, just testing it out. I actually put some dirt in here. I'm going to use these 2 raised beds as sort of an infirmary or a staging area for plants. And then the idea is I'm going to run a drip line up in the along the edge of the roof there that'll drop down into the fuchsias, and then those will just empty out and irrigate the beds below. So that was the whole grand plan of where those are all. But wow, those just look great. They only get sun, you know, later in the afternoon, and so hopefully they should be fine there. We don't get real hot here, and supposedly they'll be okay. But this right here is, so while I got these put together a couple of weeks ago, finally got them stained with some, put 2 coats of the cedar stain. I mean, they're actually made out of cedar, but they were looking pretty faded. So those look great. Can't wait to get those filled up with dirt and or raised bed soil, as it were, and start growing some tomatoes, peppers, onions, cilantro, anything else you need for guacamole and salsa. Then of course the strawberry tower in the middle. That's about to be expanded into 2 towers because they've got so many of the strawberry plants are sending out runners. So I'm going to get a 2nd tower and then put a blank spot underneath those. And so the runners, I can just plant the runners down 1 level. So, but that's a project for another day. Just wanted to show you how beautiful this area is turning out. And then over here along the side of the garden shed, I picked up a kiwi vine down in Ventura, and evidently kiwis require a male and a female, but there's evidently both vines are planted in there together. It's from Monrovia. And then I'm going to do like an espalier trellis from a board down on the ground using hooks up to the roof of the shed, and then just allow the kiwi vine to take over that whole side of the shed. So anyways, I'm absolutely love this area. It's been so much work. So much work. But you know, this was all just dirt before, and and a white pergola that needed a lot of work. So yeah, and it's amazing when you have a vision and you work really hard and it gets there. And I absolutely love this area. And then, you know, that's my chair. I can come out and sit in the mornings and enjoy. There's so many birds that live in this hedge here, and listen to the water and go grab fresh strawberries and smell the honeysuckle. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. Share with some friends. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I respond to all comments within a couple of days. And most importantly, hopefully you enjoy gardening and beautiful things in nature as much as I do. And until the next video, happy gardening.